That's a good girl.
The first thing we'll do is kind of like that long line command with the let's go.
Mm-hmm.
So if I want Sophie to, I'm gonna have to change the working level for you, it might have to go up for me. Sophie, let's go. Oh, good girl. Good girl. Well, I'll walk around and I'll want her 5 feet from me, so.
Yep.
Let's go. So if she goes, so now I'll say let's go. Let's go. Sophie, let's go. Let's go, Sophie. Nothing pushing. Sophie, let's go. Tap, 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 tap. Up. Tap, 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 up. Tap, 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 tap. Sophie, let's go. Good girl. Okay. Then I went down intimidating to her. So you probably aren't going to have that problem, although maybe she is, Jay.
No, she's mommy's girl.
You a mommy's girl?
Mm-hmm.
You a mommy girl? Huh? Good girl.
So you didn't tap, 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 tap until she seemed to be straying over there.
Once I said let's go and she didn't come,
So
if I
you're,
say let's go and she comes, I'm good.
So if she decided at this point to bolt, and she was mid-bolt before you turned around, and you would just hit her with.
Well, I would say let's go, and then if she didn't turn around immediately, I'd probably, if she was in mid-bolt, I'd probably dial up and,
Yeah.
and start from there because her adrenaline level's pretty high.
Yeah.
That's why we put it up too, is their adrenaline level, you can see it was lower as we go on because she's
Yep.
like getting the fact that she's gonna have to do it.
Yep.
But when they get excited about something, their adrenaline level ends up here,
Mhm.
you know, and so they don't feel the stim anymore.
Yeah.
That's why I have to go up.
Yeah.
Or they might just be like, I don't really care about it right now,
Mhm.
you know, whatever it is.
Yep.
Because I love my mommy more than I love you.
Mhm.
Sophie, it's okay, my feelings aren't hurt.
So when you take off like that, and I sort of vary come and let's go. Okay, let's go.
Yep,
Okay. So.
but come should always be the same thing.
Okay, so.
You should, if you're gonna
So if
do
she-
come so that she sits in front,
Yep.
should always be the same.
Yep. So if she's taking off,
Yep,
and I've got this and this going,
yep.
the command is let's go or come.
It could be come if you're expecting her to come straight into you.
Okay. Yep.
okay,
You
so the
know?
word come should only be if you expect her to come straight into it.
Straight in and sit.
Yep.
Let's go, just means come towards me.
Yeah.
Come away from
Yeah.
whatever you're
You're
going
doing-
towards
yeah,
and come
yep.
towards me.
You're gonna move in this
Right,
direction.
it's a
Yep.
much less formal command.
Yeah.
Come means, you know,
Mhm.
get your butt over here. But in order to get your butt over here, you have to practice it consistently, just
Mhm.
like that,
Mhm.
you know?
Yep.
You would be an excellent distraction to work her around. She, she doesn't want to go away from her mommy.
Well, she doesn't want to go away from her mommy unless there are, you know, goats,
Well, yeah.
Chickens.
possums, chickens.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
her sister.
Should have brought her. All right, you want to try?
Yeah.
That's the Nick button. So we call it Nick because it has the button, so it's just for a second. Not even a second. It's like
Okay.
1/10 of a second.
So that's tap, tap, tap.
Yep.
And this
Continuous. I've not used it.
is okay. And
So
this
if
is-
you held the neck button, just held it, it's only gonna do it once anyway.
Yep.
So that's why you need to pop, 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 pop,
Yeah.
pop. Okay, so if for some reason you left your finger on there,
Continuous is usually way too hard for dog, especially if you haven't moved the lever down. There are some things we use it for, but we usually use it with go way down. Unless there's a dog seemingly would use a continuous high if the dogs in the fight were in the fight, I thought would respond to it. You know, sometimes they don't, and you just have to get involved and grab their back legs. But you know, sometimes there are some dogs that, you know, once they're corrected, are like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. Sorry.
So if I say let's go and she follows me and we do a turn and we come back here and she's not straying, there's nothing happening here.
That's right.
Yeah.
Being a
Because
good
she's been
girl.
being a good girl and she's been trained off this thing.
Right.
Sophie. Sophie, let's go.
I actually have a couple dogs that might make a distraction for you.
Sophie, sit. Good girl.
You didn't have to
Nothing.
use it.
No. Is it just that she's got it on that she knows? Is it?
Well, she certainly knows it's on.
Yeah.
You would not get the same result with it off at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
I mean, you'd get a
Yeah.
okay result, but it wouldn't be the same
And
thing.
all of the training that's been leading up to this with the correction on the collar is really bringing us to this point
Right.
right here.
But it's not it's just a tool, just like the manual collar is. It's just a tool. It's not the training.
Yep.
That's what people don't understand.
Let's try it again. Let's
I
go.
have to go in this way to get the other dogs.
Sophie, let's go. Come on, good girl.
Try doing about face.
What's that?
Doing about face.
Come on, Sophie. Let's go.
Did you use it?
No. Let's go.
Now it's time to use it.
Sophie. Sophie, sit. Sophie, sit. Sophie, sit. Sit. Sit.
So, Sophie, let's go.
Sophie, let's go.
And then we haven't gone sit yet. Sis is just one direction. And you might have to go up.
Sophie, let's go.
Click, click,
Sophie.
click.
Sophie, let's go.
Tap, tap, tap. Are you going up the dial? Don't walk towards her. Walk away from her. She's to come to you. Let it go. Tap, tap, tap.
Let's go. Tap. Let's go, Sophie. Sophie, let's go. Sophie.
Just say it once and then give her the correction.
Sophie, let's go.
Let's go up the dial if she's not
Sophie.
with you.
Let's go.
Good girl. I guess they would distract her, huh?
Yeah. So Michelle didn't have to keep saying let's go. She
No.
just said it once.
Right.
And then, like right now, should she say let's go or
Yeah, if she wants her to come towards her.
Sophie, let's go.
turn around, walk away?
Sophie, let's go.
There you go.
Let's go. Sophie, let's go. Sophie, let's go.
Only say it once and then tap her.
Sophie, let's go.
So you should correct her every time she goes within from 5. Don't walk towards her though. Don't ever walk towards her. It's always her job to come to you. You're still on 20.
You wanna?
You have
wanna
to go
show us
up the
what the
dial.
distraction?
Yes. Sophie, let's go.
So where are you now?
40.
Yep.
50. Go. Me and Robert have done this between owners too, and it would be good for you and Joe to do this between yourselves.
Yep.
So you just get stuff and it's nice that you can say this.
Yep.
But, so onions, we need them to go to the other owner. So I'll go back down to 20.
Yep.
Sophie, let's go.
Girl.
But I'll practice, so you say, Sophie, let's go, and I'll correct her if she doesn't go here.
Sophie, let's. Good girl.
Hey, Fluff Puff.
What are you doing?
Sophie, let's go. So now I am.
Yep.
Good girl, good girl, good girl. Sophie, let's go. Good girl.
Tap, tap, tap.
I just said it, when she started to go back to you, I just said it first, and then she came back to me, so I didn't tap, but I was prepared to.
Sophie, let's go.
Now I'm tapping.
Sophie, let's go. Sophie, let's go. Sophie, let's go. Yep. Yep. Firmer.
Is that what it took, you think, the firmness?
No, it's not a magical voice, but it's repetition.
Yep.
You know, she's figuring it out. It's repetition, so she starts to know what it is that we want from her. Sophie, let's go.
Sophie, let's go. Good girl.
Sophie, let's go. Good girl.
Sophie, let's go.
So when you start out with the e-collar, you could actually have her just drag the long line.
Yep.
That's how we did it at first.
Yep. Drag it in between the two of us.
No, just
Drag it anywhere she's going.
right.
You
So
want her to
that
go.
way, if I want to get her, I can step on it and
Yep.
then be on a low.
Yep.
So if I don't want to blast her out of the water, I can be on a nice low setting,
Yep.
but I still have control.
Do we have that thing set on 2022 so that the tap 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 is actually delivering that baseline?
No,
Okay.
it's
On the dial.
it's on the dial.
Okay.
That's what you have to go up with.
Okay.
And she's most likely going to run to you when you go up.
That's not what I did. Okay. I thought it was set. Okay.
No, you have to go up the
And I
dial.
was just hitting
Yeah.
the See, because I don't have my glasses on. I can't see the actual.
But
device.
don't look at the numbers.
Yeah.
Just
You'll
go
get a
up.
feel.
Yep.
Just
You'll
go
see it.
up. It's going to do you no good to look at the numbers.
Yeah. Yep.
None at all.
Yep.
So, I just wanna ask you about the voice being firm or not firm, because you.
I don't say it like a question. Mostly my voice is monotone, I think. You know, I like to keep my voice, my speaking voice, so that if I have to use a loud voice, it's
Yep.
contrast. Like, dog is coming through here, and my dog, aggressive dog's out here. Shayna, come! You know what I mean?
Yep.
So she knows, my voice just changed dramatically, but otherwise it's Shayna, come. And I expect her to
And
come.
it should be 90% of the time, you're using a regular
Yeah,
voice.
Shayna, come.
Do you want to do that over there? And we'll
I
never
think
go
you
back
should
and
do,
forth?
oh yes,
Yep.
but you should
Yeah,
control
So,
the,
watch, you
okay.
can see how the, here,
but don't focus on the numbers, I'm telling you.
you'll see how it works.
See, I just,
Yep.
so when let's say, Sophie, come, she's not coming. Sophie, come, not coming. Sophie, come, not coming. I just flick it with my thumb.
Okay, and that's what's giving, okay. I thought the C was what was,
No,
Yeah.
this, you're only using the,
Yep.
were you using the C on her?
yeah. Yeah,
No, that
yeah.
probably freaked her out a little bit.
I've never even looked at this thing before, so.
Yeah, no, Nick is just what I'm
Yep.
using. It's the only button I'm using right now.
So she's using neck, and then she's turning it up
Yeah.
from 20, so she went 20, 40, 60, 80.
Yep.
Roughly, but I don't look. The only reason I was saying it was because you said call it out.
Right.
You know what I mean? I usually don't look.
Yeah. But
You
you
know.
are increasing,
Yeah,
and you're increasing by a quarter turn, a half turn.
whatever my
Whatever it
thumb
is,
does,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I guess the good news is I wasn't using it, so she was coming with
way you'll learn. The 20 is, it lines up with the dot.
Yes,
Yeah.
which is, they made the dot an unfortunate color in black.
Yeah,
So that's 20,
Yeah.
now you're 40,
Yeah.
now you're 60, now you're 80.
Yeah.
And then you're dialing back to 0.
yeah.
I almost never dial it, I'll dial it back low, but not back to 0.
If you want to run along the lead.
Let's just in case. All right, do you wanna try to walk around again, or do it
Sure.
between you and Jag? Let's
Walk
go.
around a little.
Don't be distracted. Data, let's go.
That's all right. Hold it out.
Sophie, let's go.
Harley.
Let's go.
Well, let's go, different command than here. Let's go is not a position on the side.
Let's go.
Now, just make sure you're in her eyesight. Now say let's go.
Sophie, let's go. Let's go, Sophie. Sophie, let's go.
Good girl.
Good girl, Sophie. Good girl, Sophie. Good girl, Sophie. Let's go.
There she goes, we're having fun with it, round little swoops.
Yeah, well,
Sophie, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Don't walk,
Let's go.
stay there, but you can stay there in her eyesight, but just don't follow her, follow her, let's go.
Sophie, let's go. Sophie, let's go. Good, Sophie. Good, Sophie. Good, Sophie.
That thing on the long line was not
Good girl. Good girl.
Yeah. Harley, let's go.
Sophie, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Sophie. Good, Sophie.
what did that take? What number?
It was about 70.
No, they're not bad.
Good girl.
She's about 70. Yeah.
Good girl.
Well, that one time I had to put her on the long line.
I know that one.
Yeah.
then it should always be optional.
And then what about the combination of the training collar versus using this, using hand in hand, meaning sometimes use the collar?
Yeah, I mean, personally, if you have the time for it, if you don't, just use the e-collar right now. But personally, I like to use both up.
Okay.
You know, because I don't always want to have to leave my house with, that's my collar. Yeah.
Okay.
And also, I want her to know that I'm always gonna have a way to correct.
So us using that other collar